Kent and Izzy with MrTruck.com, reviewing the SUV. This is one of those plug-in hybrids from Mitsubishi. But anyway, for Poudre Canyon, this is what we do. And this Montero. No, it's not a Montero. That's another model of this. This is the Mitsubishi Motors Outlander. It's got a real long name. It's called an Outlander PHEV. And then it's an S-AWC. The AWC is really cool. We'll explain all that because this is going to take a lot of explaining now. It doesn't have a hitch on it, so I'm disappointed I'm not pulling a trailer. But we're going to have fun. This is a hybrid, so it's electric and gas. You have a lot of settings, so you can go all gas, all electric, or a combination. And I played with it for the last 300 miles trying to figure out where the best fuel mileage was. And I think when it's on normal, it'll use both of them. And I've tried the one where you just use nothing but let the engine charge the battery. And I don't think I got up to 30 extra miles, but it didn't really do much for my overall miles.
Does it change itself? Well,
you push this button here, like here.
Yeah.
Show this on camera. There's charge where it does nothing but you can see just the battery getting charged by the engine.
Yeah.
And then over here's normal, which has both of them, and you can kind of see that in the diagrams. The top meter is the volts or whatever.
Just uses a little bit of both.
Yeah, and then you go to that one's EV. That's all electric, and you got to have a lot because this is a plug-in too, so you can plug it in to charge it up at night. And then the last one, let's see, there's save, and then there's charge, and the engine's just charging. But yeah, it's quite the deal. So it just looks complicated. It's really not that complicated. Other than that, it's just like everything else. And Mitsubishi, you know, I figured by now they would have a plant over here like Toyota and Nissan and Honda, but all these are made in Japan. It's like 95% Japanese. So anyway, that's the engine and transmission, the whole cut and big thing. I really like this thing. It's a cool SUV. It's like the #1 hybrid SUV in Europe, and I think it's actually #1 in the world if you count them all up. But you know, I've never been around a whole lot of Mitsubishi. I always thought that they were cool. I know people that had them thought they were very dependable. But yeah, and I think this is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder that charges everything. I sure hope I'm right.
They last a while. They don't have many problems.
Yeah. It's and we'll show you that too on the camera. This is that one pedal thing where you hit the brake or you hit the gas pedal, it goes, let off the gas pedal, and slows you down. And then also regenerates. Whenever you're slowing down like that, it puts a bunch more electricity back in your battery. I'm going to hit this now, and then whenever you let off the gas, did you let off the gas?
Yep.
See how much it pulls you back?
Yeah.
It's a one pedal thing, that's a big deal for trail riding. But let off the gas now and see what it shows your meter, see what shows charge. See how it goes charge all the way charging. So if you do that a lot, stop and start like in a city, it charges your battery up.
Charge right up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a neat thing.
It's almost easier to drive that way.
Yeah, only one pedal, and that's what really makes it nice on the trail. You don't have to think about anything. You just kind of see which cliff you're going to jump off of, or where the bear is at. But about that, for some reason now the seatbelt thing's working. It kept not working the last 2 days, and now it kept telling me all the seatbelts were not hooked, and I had grandkids in here, and we were all hooked up. So I don't know if that's just a glitch or what it is.
Electrical.
Yeah, you never have. Let's see. But this one here, I don't know if they changed it this year, but it's got more power, more battery than it had before. And it's a cousin to the Nissan Rogue, because they're all kind of now one company, I think. I think it's several of those European companies and Japanese companies went together. So on a normal one, like this is the super duper one, on a normal one, it's very close to what the Nissan Rogue is. But yeah, it's an inline 4. Let's see, the front powers, wheel. It's really weird. This gets complicated. Trying to figure out how this thing runs. It's got like 2 motors that run the front. One is like charges off the engine, and one of them runs the wheels. Then there's another motor in the back that runs the back end. Of course, this is an Atkins cycle. That's what you see on these hybrids. So you end up with 3 motors, if I'm reading this right. And the torque will shuffle back and forth, 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, and whatever. And you got all the modes, and we'll go through all those things too. And it's got the auto hold.
Yeah, there's a ton of modes.
Yeah, it's just full of fun things to play with. But it's I like the looks of it. I really like this. This is an orange gold. What would you call the interior of this thing?
I like it. Yeah.
And the threads
Gold,
look.
almost gold.
Yeah, it's almost gold. It's probably like a dark gold, not like a yellow gold.
It's like a rust color.
Yeah, and all the stitches in the quilting.
Don't go away, MrTruck.tv. We'll be right back.
Well, here it shows power reduced. I'm not sure. It is cold at 16 degrees. Maybe that cut back on battery power. I have to figure this out.
Speed up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at there. So there you hit the pedals and it goes all the way down and charges you up.
Right
And the other one I think
here.
is EV, yeah, because we're in what, normal, or what are we in? It shows it's
We
running
are
off
in
battery.
Eco, but we are on our one pedal.
Yeah, that's this puppy there, yeah.
And then get charge.
It's cool. That's that brake pedal charging. And there it's using some juice because we had 7 miles right there.
And then if you watch this screen, I think, oh no, it's not doing it. Earlier it was telling me where the lane was if I got too close.
Yeah, if you get close to it, you'll see a yellow line come up in the middle there. Yeah. Wow.
It doesn't want to work for me anymore.
You see, we're getting, what's the show, miles per gallon? 27.7?
Miles per gallon, 27.7.
So we're charging and we're using some electricity.
Yep.
So let's see, I think that was in.
EV is electricity, right?
Yeah, so there's the EV one where you can go to save your battery and then you can go to charge it. Normal to me was the one that was working the best. So now you're showing it using some juice, and if you accelerate more, it makes you clear over into the kilowatt hours. I mean, where you're at on that, that's what that top gauge does. That's the brake. That's the one pedal thing, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
You like the one pedal drive. Cool.
It's nice when there's lots of curves and you're going through the mountains, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it shows it's in eco mode. And it shows up on your dash. It's nice to have all these two ways of looking at things.
See, now we're down to 6 miles, so we must have used one.
Yeah, we used up enough juice for 1 mile. Too cool. Yeah, I like that braking system.
There's our charge.
Charge of the one pedal.
Just letting up on the gas.
Yeah.
Charges it up.
Shows it's in eco mode. Right there. Too cool. It's fun to play with, and that's what I was doing the last couple of days, trying to figure out which mode got me the best fuel mileage.
Yeah.
So we're like 27.7 now, and that's on the normal one, which uses juice and gas. Yeah, too cool. That one pedal one, that's pretty cool. It'd be great in the mountains. Use the one pedal. Yep. Of course, it's got electric park brake and auto hold, which I think is when you stop at a sign or whatever. You get so much time to take off again. Yep, up here in Poudre Canyon.
A whole new way of driving to me.
Yeah, it is. It's
the
almost
one
like
pedal driving.
you know, that's how exhaust brake works too. You know, you let off the gas and then it kicks in and makes a bunch of noise and slows you down. So this is a little more forceful. Of course, it gives you electricity when it does that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more forceful.
Yeah, pretty cool. Now we're at the 6 miles of free juice. You know, the doors and the seats are just gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks expensive.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think this is the one that competes with the Beamers and the Audis and such. They're all trying for those same customers. Wow, an anti-theft engine immobilizer. How does it know you're stealing it? It shuts off. Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of stuff
like
on
your
it.
phone that reads your face to unlock.
Well, maybe so. It's got the rear seat alert. That's probably what's messing up on the seat belts. It's got 3 rows of seats, but the ones in the back, you know, you gotta be, I think, under 5 to fit back there. Yeah.
I didn't know there's 3 rows.
Yeah, and then you fold them all out. I got to figure all these things out because this folds differently than anything else I've seen. Well, you'll have to figure it out. I can't figure this stuff out. Now, this is supposed to be able to tow 2,000 pounds. Of course, it doesn't have a hitch, so what do I know? But anyway.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, part of this name, this super all-wheel control suspension. You ever heard of that? Super all-wheel control suspension. Sounds pretty interesting, but anyway, it's supposed to handle a little differently, and this does handle pretty tight. So I don't know, but anyway, because I'm sure it's independent all the way around. So I guess it must tighten it up when it thinks you're leaning into a curve. I'm not exactly sure. And the transmissions, you know, a lot of these will have that CVT, which is constant variable transmission, which is like a big belt like we used to have on our old combines and snowmobiles.
Yeah.
But this one is a continuously variable automatic transmission. So maybe that means there's more gears. I don't know. I only can read up so much on this stuff. And that cluster in front of you over there, that is 12.3 inches. And we'll go through all the power modes because it's got the drive modes. It's got normal, eco, and power. We've got an eco now. And then it's got 4, on the knob, there's on the other side, there's 4 different traction ones. Tarmac, I guess that means asphalt, gravel, snow, and mud. And then 4 powertrain ones. We talked about the normal, the EV, the save, the charge. So, yeah. This is one of those vehicles you'll want to read the manual so you can understand it.
Otherwise you won't even know half the things it does.
I know, and it came with a charger, but my place, I'm not sure I've got the right amperage or
you can just plug it into your house?
Yeah, it comes with that. It's in the trunk.
That's nice.
Yeah, because if you charge it at home, a lot of times electricity out of your house is cheaper at night. Charge it up for the next day, I mean, at 38 miles, I think it goes. A lot of people, that would be a round trip to work.
Right.
And that would save you some money. And of course, there's all those incentives on this rascal.
You don't think it takes a whole lot from your house?
Well, it's cheaper than if you go to...
Your electrical bill's not going to be crazy.
That's a good thing to calculate out. There's a lot of people that have been doing that online.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you charge in where I was charging in over by Village Inn, they charge it a park, they charge it a charge, and somebody charges it for the coffee and pie. So it gets pretty expensive, but out of your house, it's a slower rate what they charge at these little machines, because somebody pays for the machine. Let's see, 100 kilowatts in the rear and the 85 kilowatts to the front. So I guess they're trying to tell us this is almost like a rear wheel drive. I figured it's more of an front wheel drive, but a lot of these are. And the engines, twin electric, not engines, they're motors. Of course, regenerative braking, we know it has all that. It's got a fast charging capability on direct current. It's a 200 volt, 120 volt charging cable. And you can go to 240 on charging. But yeah, the front ones are twin electric motors, single speed drive mode, switchable reduction gearbox. The rear is a single speed fixed reduction gearbox. Yeah, and there's that super all-wheel control, twin motor. So maybe the electric motor has something to do with the super all-wheel control. But this says it's suspension. It's got paddle shifters. You notice that? Somewhere there's a paddle shifter. So if you want to be a race car driver, you can find practice on this.
Interesting.
Yeah, everything's LEDs. Now this one, the mirrors will tilt down when you're backing up, but I haven't seen it to where it was bad. Some of the Nissans has really got some strange systems on their mirrors when you back up. Wow, it's got a rear spoiler on the back. Whoa. 20-inch two-tone alloy wheels. And a tire repair kit, so I guess you got to go stick the thing in there and fix the holes. I don't know what that is.
If you know how to do it.
Yeah, it probably has a compressor. It comes with a tire repair kit. And of course the surface of these seats is leather. Yeah, 12.3 digital in front of you. Oh, and that's navigation's 9-inch. It looks a lot bigger than 9-inch. Of course they got all this blackout on the outside edge.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That black edge.
Yeah. And the cameras look really really good on that. We'll kind of go through those, even though we don't have a trailer on there. 3-zone climate control. That means even those guys in the very back can get their own control.
Doesn't seem that big to even have a
I know.
third seat, but
It seems like that, was it the Grand Cherokee, one of those bigger ones, is a little longer than this. But you know, I guess it depends on if you're hauling 3-year-olds or... I don't know if you're going to fit back there. You may want to try it.
yeah, I don't know either.
It may not work.
I got a little close to the lane and the steering wheel vibrated.
Aha! Yeah, and it's got those little lights in the mirror too. It has all kinds of things. Yeah, it's got a heated steering wheel. It's got heated everything. Heated seats. Yeah, 38 miles on just juice. Looks like it's a 20 kilowatt hour. Comes with the charger.
Will it go to a complete stop?
I don't know. And then
Pretty close.
Might hold it there too. That's kind of cool. Don't worry about having to worry about brakes or anything. It just does automatic braking, you know, all those
That's
things.
nice when going around all these curves up here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, you know, me, I daydream too much when I drive, and so where this thing stops you and it sees something.
Yeah,
I've
like
used
the
that.
lane too.
Yeah, it keeps you in the center of the lane.
Keeps you in the center.
I'm sure you can shut some of that off, but yeah.
I think that's nice.
Of course, active stability control, the hill start ascent, tire pressure monitoring, active stability. It's got automatic high beam. I'm a big fan of that. Forward collision mitigation with pedestrian detection. It's nice. My Pilot, Navilink, adaptive cruise control. I use that all the time. Lane departure prevention. I don't know if this one steers itself or not. I haven't really seen those, but I use that button when I'm trying to dial in the adaptive cruise control. And when you back up, it's got rear traffic alert. There's somebody across you from the back. And the rear automatic emergency braking. Wow, so somebody is going to run over you, and you want to brake? Is that what you want to do when they're trying to hit you from the behind? You'd want to brake? I think you'd want to accelerate
Yeah,
at that
I
point.
think you'd want to go for it.
Huh, we'll try that out.
Smashed into.
See if somebody comes close to us, if it stops and slams on its brakes. That might surprise some of those people that are going too close. Ooh, trailer stability assist.
It just brake checks people on its own.
Yep, that'd be cool. Wow, that alarm. I'll try that. Try to break into this, see what happens. And it's got the big moonroof, doesn't it? Isn't that big? It looks like it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a great big one. Let's see.
There we go. Now we can see the rocks next to us. Yep, panoramic sunroof. Touch up. Oh, it comes with a touch-up paint pen. Now, how many people know how to do that? Where you paint over the scratch?
Is that hard?
Yeah, think about it. And I don't know if you have to sand it down first. I have no idea. You probably don't. It probably just has all that in it, primer and all that. It's a Bose sound system. Oh, and you notice heads-up display? It's 10.8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I love heads-up displays.
Me too.
It's got some kind of tonneau cover in the back that cost you $200. Floor mats. Wow. And this thing is only $50,880. Which I don't think that's a bad price for all the stuff you get. I don't think that's bad at all. Yeah, they've been making on this model here. I think it is this model. They've been making a similar project for this for 40 years. This is their 40th anniversary for this puppy. And if you're just using gas, you get 26 miles to the gallon. If you're using both, it can be clear up to 64 combined city. That's the whole ball of wax. 6.5 hours to charge. So that's only half a night, you know, and it should shut off after you do that. Okay.